there are people out there who are living in places like, perhaps you might have heard of it, San Antonio, Texas. Now, this is important to recognize because San Antonio, Texas doesn't have a Zoran Mamdani. San Antonio, Texas, best they can do is Maureen Galindo. But San Antonio, Texas has something more deep. But, it's great when people are doing it. 170K likes. Ever since the city elected a Muslim socialist for mayor, almost every day looks like the end of It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah, dude, I'll be honest. New York it's a little bit annoying. Wait, Fentbert? Y'all got Fentbert? Refresh your damn Chatterino? I just did. Oh, wait. No, I didn't. Now I did. Every day out here is a wonderful day. I'll be honest. Like, it just feels like it's a totally separate universe that we're living in. It's kind of annoying because the rest of the world sucks, right? The rest of the world, there's chaos. And it's just like New York gets to exist in this space. The rest of the world exists in this space where we're in a constant state of commotion and panic. Whereas freaking New York is like stable and things are great and it's cheery. And I find it annoying because things are not so cheery where I'm at normally until I'm in New York and things are cheery once again. Look at this. That's crazy. They're doing block parties and shit. Like, it's just, everything is awesome. Yeah, DSA, LA, DSA, SF as a whole right now, New York, DSA subplot. It's messed up, man. It's messed up. I think we made a mistake. I think we made a mistake by pushing for Zoran so hard. Because does New York deserve it? Okay? Does New York City deserve it? That's a real question. I say no. Nobody deserves this much fun while we're all suffering. I thought socialism was everybody gets to have fun, not socialism in one city only. Maybe the trots weren't wrong. Maybe permanent international revolution is the way to go because there's a lot of jealousy that takes place when you got socialism in one city only. What the hell? Start spreading the news even today. I want to be New York, New York. You know what? Tom Brady's a fucking bitch. Fuck Tom Brady. New York. Trey Young, we're going to invade Philadelphia. Like, they're literally talking about rolling the tanks over to Hungary. In this circumstance, of course, it's Philadelphia, to suppress a counter-revolution. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable the way these guys are moving. We all deserve joy. Yes, we all do deserve joy. Except, why do they get to have all of the joy is the question. Shouldn't we have some of the joy and they have some of the joy? Why do they get to have all of the joy? That's what I'm asking. Don't you feel like it's a little selfish? Don't you feel like they get to have everything and that's kind of messed up? These little town blues. Every other team sacrificed for this. All I'm saying is, if New York keeps this momentum, okay, if they keep having so much fun, and if they keep rubbing people's face in it, my most controversial moment that I said that was misrepresented will be repeated by many Americans, okay? All I'm saying is, New York better act right. Make it seem like you're having a bad time every now and then. Especially as elections are taking place all around the country, and you guys get to have all the fun out here, and no one else is having a good time. When New York is the only place that has a positive trajectory in this goddamn country, it's going to start drawing a lot of negative attention. And of course, what I'm talking about is the great equalizer. right? Because on the one hand, you have elected representatives like Zoran Mamdani. On the other hand, there are people out there who are living in places like, perhaps you might have heard of it, San Antonio, Texas. Now, this is important to recognize because San Antonio, Texas doesn't have a Zoran Mamdani. San Antonio, Texas, best they can do is Maureen Galindo. But San Antonio, Texas has something more devious. Just remember what happens on Earth. The alien himself, Victor Wembanyama, ladies and gentlemen.
Classification, the alien. Height, 7'4". Identifiers, a long frame, a goatee, and the number 1 stitched across his chest. Movement pattern, unrecognizable.
Okay, these edits are ass, bro. God damn it. All I'm saying is this. I love New York City. What the fuck is this? All I'm saying is this. I love New York City, but I also love Wembanyama. Okay? So 2 of my loves are gonna be fighting. And I have to say, I feel like New York City has had it far too good for far too long. Okay? I feel like New York City has had it far too good for far too long. And you might be in time, you might be alive to see the great equalizer, the real Maoist, right? This is the Sino-Soviet split, my friends. On the one hand, you got the Stalinist social only Zoran Kwame Mamdani, but on the other hand, you got Victor Wembanyama, ladies and gentlemen. Just saying. Just think about that. Oh, my room service is here. Shit. Hold on. Hassan Piker is more so a highlight sport. Dog, I'm calling Mamdani right now. We're taking you out to the city. If you continue the slander, we're going to ban your ass from the city. Look, all I'm saying is, I'm sorry, but this is unstoppable aura. I know you want it, but you fucking come myself to I saw it, make myself turn 2 to 4. I know you want it. Again. I'm Chop Dog. What's the name? I was autistically searching for my Thai clip, chat. That's why I was running around, and I'm back now. Anyway, sorry for the dead air. Where's Kaya? In Los Angeles, California. They're frying SGA in China. The movement is worldwide. I saw this already. SGA slander is now international. It's made it. SGA slander as a flop merchant is so widely and universally acknowledged. He's just the aura farmer and a flop merchant, right? Let's be real. He's a basketball terrorist. It's fine. You know, Oklahoma City flopper rather than Oklahoma City bomber. But like, he's such an international flopper that it penetrated the great Chinese firewall. And I'm glad. I'm glad that they know. I'm glad that the people are aware of this reality, this truth. That's so funny. Anyway, best we've seen since LaFlop. Brother. Oh, there's also one other aspect of the Knicks being such a powerhouse. New York City's capacity for economic warfare against the rest of the country is too often overlooked in analyses of American power dynamics. And I low-key agree with that. It looks like the Knicks fans are going to take over Cleveland tonight. 41.7% of purchases for Game 3 of Knicks at Cavs are coming from New York and New Jersey. No one is factoring in the amount of economic power that the average New Yorker has in comparison. Another byproduct of Zoran Mamdani's economic improvements. Okay, it's actually unbearable. New York, obviously, in comparison to other countries or other states, has a lot more economic freedom, and on top of that, they got child tax credits and shit. What are we doing? Actually, I've decided New York needs less socialism, not more. I'm taking back everything I goddamn said. I wish I could go back in time and endorse a different candidate. I wish I could have worked tirelessly to make sure Eric Adams remained the mayor. Because it turns out New York already has everything. It has possibly one of the best, if not genuinely the best public transit in America, which isn't saying much because the rest of the country doesn't have any public transit. It's got tremendous architecture, tremendous history, incredible people in it. And now it's got social safety nets being improved at a time when Americans are suffering. Okay? At a time when Americans are suffering. So yes, I say the New York City's capacity for economic against the rest of the country is too often overlooked. Okay? This is an unjustifiable hierarchy. This is an unjustifiable power structure. Hopefully, the true Maoist, Wembanyama Mao, as we've talked about already, is going to establish a new class politics in this country by showing the rest of the country that New York City, which is technically like the labor aristocrats of the globe, right? They are the labor aristocracy or the landed gentry class of America by definition, because of all the benefits that they get by living in New York City. Wembanyama Mao is going to commit to revolutionary by getting the peasant class. Who are the peasants in America? Obviously, small business owners that live in San Antonio, Texas. Okay, he's going to radicalize and organize the peasant class to commit to class against the landed gentry, the New Yorkers. Okay, as a third worldist, that's what's coming for you. Yeah. New York City, the Tel Aviv of America. San Antonio, Texas, the Tehran of America. A real third worldist. Wembanyama, coming from a third world country, a developing nation, France specifically. Right? Everybody knows France is a developing nation. Maybe a fourth world nation, really, if we're being honest. And San Antonio, Texas is a fifth world nation, if we're ranking it as such. New York City, on the other hand, already developed. Just something to consider, folks. Something to think about, something to consider. Anyway, date night in Cleveland. I mean, they were cooked already. It's one of those things where Cleveland Cavaliers were already fucking cooked. Okay? They were already cooked. And then this was basically the final blow, right? If you already had a bunk-ass team that's on the verge of being swept by the New York Knicks, you probably don't want a guy like this being your greatest advocate, using this as a campaign rally because he's running for office. And yet, that's what Vivek Ramaswamy did. A fucking loser through and through. Zero aura. Doesn't even do the cool Zoran thing where he wears his like suit and then wears a t-shirt over his suit, you know? Doesn't even do that. Just fucking shows up. I saw Zoran retweeted this, by the way. It's over. Script just dropped. Tony Brothers is listed as an official Spurs Thunder Game 5. Oh, dude. That's crazy. They're busting out the big guns. Dude. Okay, they're worried. I see what's going on. The script is obviously set. Let me tell you something, okay? Wembanyama Mao, right? Maoist third worldist, Marxist-Leninist, Maoist third worldist, Victor Wembanyama is so lethal, so out of this world, like a goddamn alien, that they want this shit to go to Game 7. They desperately want to. It's going to be hard. It's not going to go there. But they want to take it to the fucking distance. Script, you only watch highlights? Yeah, I watch the highlights of the script. I watch After every Oklahoma City Thunder game, I watch a flop compilation, which is all I need to know. Okay? It's all I need to know. And I know this man has said, I don't know if it was a debate or not, but I believe it. He has said spiritually and maybe literally physically that he would like to go to Israel. He'd like to visit Israel one day. And I don't even care if that's the truth or not. I don't even care if that's the truth because spiritually it makes sense. So maybe I'm going along with it. Your goat said that too. Listen, that never happened. That never happened. Shh. Shut up. Shut up. And also, guess what happened to my goat? He too got swept. After saying that, I happen to believe that he said that and then specifically got swept to show the rest of the world that prior to him saying that, he was such a lethal, he was such a devastating player to withstand. And then he said that to basically prove to the world that once you say, oh, I can't wait to go to Israel, it's my favorite country, I've heard very nice things, you get swept. Even the goat falls. And he wanted to show that. He's so honorable. He's so honorable that he basically fell on his sword to prove a point that if you say such ridiculous things, you end up even seeing the GOAT fall out of favor. Lakers getting swept after he said that was anti-Semitic. Well, that's because Oklahoma is the most Israel-coded team. I'm done. I don't know why I slander Oklahoma I know why I slander Oklahoma so much, but are you going to start talking about politics? Because, girl, I am bored. Yes, I will. I will start talking about politics, but eventually I'll start talking about politics. Why? Can I have some fun? Can we have some fun? Every now and then, is that allowed? Like, let me do a little LARPing as though I'm a fucking NBA fan or something when I'm not, okay? Fox News spy. The lore here is that he loved LeBron James, but LeBron is kind of washed now, so he's moving on to loving Victor Wembanyama. No, to be fair, LeBron will always be a historical GOAT in my heart, in my soul, in my life, okay? Because it's true. But Victor Wembanyama is the next generation's GOAT. And I've said that even before LeBron James turned into Hebron James, before LeBron James turned into Likud James, okay? And it's not like my Oklahoma City Israel comparison is unwarranted or shameless or silly. I mean, they wrote it themselves.